And it's all from this one freaking kid in her class. She's like, I learned how to moan. And
sex call.
I fucking spit out my drink. So then she's like, it goes like this.
Oh, no.
And I was like, please stop. And I was like, no, that's not how you do it. Whoever you told. No, that's not what I said.
No, it's more like this.
No.
Let mama show you.
You're listening to the Laughing Couple podcast with your hosts, Brittany and Ryan S4. Join them weekly as they discuss topics such as relationships, kids, sex, parenting, all unfiltered and all with a healthy dose of laughter. Please welcome your hosts, Brittany and Ryan S4.
Who's that?
What? Why? I don't know.
Ryan's phone messages come up on the screen. And someone
DJ.
just wrote, what? Why? I'm like, who this bitch? It's my best friend. That's actually also sounds really weird, but we're all really good friends. Anyways, we are coming on today with no itinerary. Like we have one, but we also don't. So we've always said to
you have one. I don't.
Mm-hmm. You showed up with nothing.
I'm just going to press play and see how this goes.
Yeah,
okay.
We never do that, but it's happening today. I want to. Are we doing I love you and you're annoying or no?
No, I'll be honest, Britt. I know what you're annoyed by when it comes to me. So I don't.
You're kind of like, why do I want to get paraded another week in a row?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about how I slept for most of the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure.
That's not what you're mad at?
I mean, I'm not mad. It was really fucking annoying, but whatever.
There's something wrong with me on the weekend.
Yeah.
There was.
I could, and it was really unfortunate because it was literally the first day of my period, which is usually takes me out.
Yeah.
And Ryan's like, I'm sick.
I didn't say that. You know what happened? I was making the bed or taking the sheets off.
Hold on. After you slept in till 9:22.
Wow.
Yeah, just wanted to put that out there because it's not like you got up super early, so you're like, man, I could use a nap. No, my wife let me sleep in.
Yeah, because there's something wrong with me.
I think you're just a parent.
No, I never. When was the last time I woke up past 8 o'clock? Mm-hmm. Never.
Anyways, no, that wasn't mine because it was annoying that I couldn't really be mad at you because at first I was, but then I was like, oh, I actually think there's something wrong with it. I was like, fuck.
I slept from 9 till 9:30, and then if you recall, we came back from the house. We came back to the house at 2, and I slept from 2 to 5:30. Mm-hmm. And then I put Cooper to bed at 7:30.
Yeah, and
slept with him until 8:30. Mm-hmm. And I got out, went to Riley, hung out with her until 9 o'clock. And then I came downstairs and you were like, I'm tired now. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just going to go to bed.
No, you actually fell asleep with Riley as well.
Oh, yeah.
You're actually asleep right now.
There's something wrong with me.
Okay.
Anyways, I am tired.
I want to say, because I've already told you this story and lots of people already know this story about Riley recently asking me about something about 69. So I was telling Ryan, and I hadn't told this story, but afterwards, after we had the whole 69 conversation, which was honestly extremely traumatic for me, but, and we've said this before, she's obviously hearing about the information at school from somebody else. So we're going to have the conversation regardless because I want her to be able to come to us. Right. But somebody was so I've had to say, I had to stay off TikTok for a little bit because people were really vicious in the comments. Someone wrote me, someone was like, why? It was some dude. Why are we lying to them? Why are you so embarrassed to have a fucking conversation? Why don't you just tell her the truth instead of beating around the bush? Just tell her what it is. We're kissing, I'm kissing genitals and someone else is kissing my genitals.
This is genitals. A long comment.
It was 6 comments in one. And so I'm like, hold on. There's one thing to be this is what happens. You can be vague about it. I'm not going to go up to Riley and be like, just so you know, it's when you lick someone else's dick. Like, no, she's 9. It's one thing to suggest
only
it.
half of it.
No,
That's only
I
half
know.
the story.
I know. And the other, okay, fine. And the vagina gets licked. I'm not going to say that to a 9-year-old. Like, I just feel like that's so stupid. Like, it's one thing to be truthful, and it's another thing to, like, that's so unnecessary. Like, I don't need to say that. Anyway, so then after I was saying this to you, she's like, and Mom, I learned the call for, like, if you want to have sex. I'm like, pardon me?
Sad.
I'm like, and it's all from this one freaking kid in her class. She's like, yeah, I learned how to moan. And
sex call.
I fucking spit out my drink. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, it's to call, like, it's to tell people that you want to have sex and like make a baby. And I was like, oh my God. So then she's like, it goes like this.
Oh, no.
And I was like, please stop. And I was like, no, that's not how you do it. Whoever you told. No, that's not what I said.
No, it's more like this.
No.
That's not how you do it. Let Mama show you.
No, you fucking idiot. I meant like, no, that's not how you ask someone if you want to have sex.
Here's what the best part of this story would have been. If you're like, let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
And all of a sudden I just come running up the stairs. What was that?
No, you're in the back of the van because that's where she did it. And then you're just like, huh?
So say sex?
Oh my God. Fuck, this is it escalated. Okay, no, I wasn't meaning it like, no, that's not how you do it. I'll let Mom show you. I meant like, that's not how to like ask someone if they want to have sex. I was like, no, it's both people at the same time need to be consent, like, you know, all that funny stuff. Anyways, okay. We did these a long time ago, and I think some of them were in the podcast 3-year, like some of our favorite moments. And it's basically just hilarious things that everyone secretly does. And they're so mundane, but you're going to be like, either, holy shit, that's so true, or like, I don't do that one. It doesn't matter.
What?
Okay. Like, they're just relatable.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me an example. Are they supposed to be funny?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they are.
Okay.
It's not like funny. It's just like, yeah, I do that. No, I don't think it's supposed to be hilarious. I just think like, yes, that's so true. Okay. This is classic because you do this so much. You're the worst.
Okay. Have at it.
Calling someone buddy because you forgot their name. Hey, buddy. And then like later you'll be like, Brittany, I've worked with that guy at the keg for 7 years and I don't know what his name is. And I'm like, oh my God.
The worst part about that is it's true.
Yes.
The second worst part about that, which isn't bad at all, is it's sad because I'm just terrible with names.
Yeah, awful.
But I could tell you literally every single conversation I ever had with that individual. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you their parents' name, not their parents' names. I can tell you their parents' occupations. I can tell you how many brothers and sisters they have. I can tell you everything about their family history.
I'm just terrible with names, except I know your parents' name.
Yeah, I know your dad's name. Your name, it's escaping me. But Charles was a woodworker, and he's a great man.
Yeah. Okay, this one is so true.
This is so stupid.
I have done this so many times. Okay.
Care.
Okay.
Don't make me sing. Don't make me sing.
Okay. Carefully inspecting an item at the grocery store because someone is standing in front of the one you actually want. So true.
100% I have done that.
So true.
Oh, cantaloupe. This feels almost ready.
Never held a plantation banana before.
Let me knock on this a couple times.
Wait,
you done with the bananas over there? Okay.
That's what those are called, right? Plantations?
No.
The green bananas?
No, plantation is where you pick things.
No, like I'm pretty sure like green bananas are called plantations. What are green bananas called?
Cantaloupe.
No.
Is cantaloupe not green? Is cantaloupe the orange one? Is cantaloupe the orange one?
No, like it's obviously not plantation.
What?
It's gonna drive me nuts. They're small bananas, but like a banana doesn't look like a cantaloupe. So it was just a funny guess. It's fine. What is
plantation though?
Yeah. What are plantations? I swear these are. I swear it doesn't matter. We'll come back to it. Oh, you're right. This is like where people farm. Damn it! Someone's gonna correct me because I know.
Plantation is where you like pick crops.
No, I know that. Okay, it doesn't matter. You're just making fun of me.
Cotton being a very popular plantation.
Plantain.
Oh, plantain.
Aha. No, it's plantain. That's what a type of banana is. I promise you.
Yeah, I just repeated you. I said plantain.
You said plantain. Yes, you did. You said plantain.
Oh my God, this
where
are we going on this podcast
so chaotic.
today?
It doesn't matter. I 100% do that. Okay. Getting flustered and saying the wrong thing when someone said bless you, which is so true.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I love it. Or the cough
bless you.
one.
Have a good day. Yes,
I am atheist.
What's the cough one?
You are always like Robitussin.
Oh,
and
the
no
cough,
one ever
the
gets
cough.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
when someone coughs, there's a commercial, and the commercial was, "What do you do when someone coughs?" Because everyone knows when you sneeze, you say "bless you," which, by the way, should be "God bless you," because who really gave you the authority to just bless people, right? Anyways, when you coughed, the answer was Robitussin, which was brilliant marketing.
It really
for
was.
Robitussin.
It was good.
You know what was better?
What?
Ricola.
Everybody remembers those commercials. Yeah, that big like long horn, right? God, everyone knew that commercial. And maybe it was just our generation.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, number 4.
I don't know.
Stumbling and turning it into a funny dance.
Oh no, I turn it into a run. Every time.
I definitely do the weird funny dance for sure.
What?
Like,
when have you ever done?
If I fall, like I'm just like, and then I like pretend that I'm like dancing.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Oh, listen.
This is off the rails.
I swear I do that. This is why we have.
I'm way too tired
a schedule.
for an 11th hour podcast.
Oh my God, it's so good though. Okay. This is so true. It's not even funny. Hitting the elevator button multiple times.
Like, yeah, have you ever been with a 4-year-old kid?
No, but like as an adult, I do that.
As an adult,
I do. I'm like, I'll just hit it a couple more and make sure I get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
This one was from.
No, you know what I do hit when I'm waiting for an elevator? I'll hit the button.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
To like get the elevator open.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Me too. That's what I was saying. That's what it's from.
Okay.
This one, I'm not going to read. It's from the other one, but I remember how much you keeled over laughing at this one when you're reading directions on a box of food, throwing it in the trash, then retrieving it because you've forgotten everything already. Like, that one was so funny.
You know what's so true about that? I do that. I just did that today.
So did I.
Like, I just did that today. Not with food.
I was going to say, I made your dinner.
With the flight number, because I had one sheet over here and I had my other sheet over here, and I had to figure out anyways. I look at the flight number because it says, "What's your flight number?" I go over here, I look at the flight number, I come back to this page, I go to write, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what my flight number is. Let me go check again. So I look to the left, there's the flight number. I'm like, okay, 45. Okay. Run to 40. Was it 45 or 46? Man.
Your brain is definitely not working.
I look over to the left, I'm like, damn, 49.
Like that I could see more because they're just like arbitrary numbers, but like I feel like cooking, it's like, okay, I've done this a million times, so like you would think that I would know what to do.
450 for 18 minutes. You put it in, you're like, I know. 450. Was that 18 minutes or 10 minutes?
I forget, man.
Jesus.
I gotta get it out again. It's
Is
all
it convection
folded.
or bake convection?
It's all broil. Okay, lying to your doctor when they ask you about your alcohol drink consumption. So how many glasses a week? How many glasses? You don't, because you don't. You're not a big drinker. I don't think I don't actually drink a lot, but I definitely am like, well, maybe once a week for like a couple months. I would have like a glass, and then there's months where I don't have any. So I'm like, yeah, like in the middle, once every couple months,
like one every night.
Yeah, that's not in the middle, and I don't have a drink every night.
That's not even close to the middle, Ryan.
Yeah, but I also don't have a drink every night.
I know.
There's weeks before I like that I have in between even having a drink. It's just funny because I know a lot of people who do this. What? Why are you so judgy? Okay. I don't see you coming up with any of this shit.
You told me to just sit and
Eating a family-sized bag of chips by yourself.
oh my God.
And then you're like, how the fuck did I eat all of this?
No, like, honest to God, I go through this. I can tell you, like, step by step how this happens. I open up the bag. I put it in a bowl. I bring the bowl to the couch. I finish said bowl. I bring it back. I fill up another bowl. I come back. I fill that up. I eat it all. Then I'm like, you know what? I'll just grab the bag.
Yeah.
So then I grab the bag because it's easier. It's a little louder, but it's easier. So you're eating it. And then you realize, oh my God, I only have a third left of this potato chip bag. So then you roll up the entire bag, you put it to your left, and you let it be while you watch your TV show. About 7 minutes later, you look at the bag and you're like, oh, there's only a quarter left or a third left. I should just finish it. And then you do.
Yes. It's so easy. And then I just feel like garbage, though, every time. Like,
Oh,
I also feel like half the
How could
bag's
you
air.
possibly feel good after it?
Half the bag is air.
Yeah.
That's what we tell ourselves. This one I've never
Is that what we tell ourselves?
This one I've never thought about, but I really hope that other people do this. The remote trace. Remember, I had the remote control when you were younger, and would you go over like all of the buttons like back and forth, like as if you knew where they were, like every time, just with your finger
Like you're
over the
pretending to be
surface?
Braille?
Over the surface. No. Why would I want to be Braille?
No, like you're pretending to do Braille.
No, I think it's just like something that I thought everyone did that. Like they traced the remote.
No.
Really?
No, there's a lot of people who don't like their fingers being touched, the tips of their fingers.
Fine.
Like, you know how you rub your fingers together?
Yes.
Some people can't handle it.
Some people can't, like, they don't like the feeling of dry towels, like the fabric.
So
Apparently it's like
there's a lot of
super
people who
annoying.
don't like the feeling of things on their fingers. I guarantee you a lot of people didn't do that.
The spelling nightmare that is necessary. The word necessary.
What?
How do you spell the word necessary?
God. I don't
Try it out.
know. Is it double S or double C?
Take a guess,
I
and we'll
don't
see.
even try. Oh, touche. I don't want to try.
I don't have time.
I don't wanna
Is that
try.
what you said? Oh,
Oh, I
thought you were
have
like,
plenty of time.
We don't have time.
I
Sorry
have
for
plenty
that.
of time. I'm waiting for this podcast to start.
Well, if you would have shown up with some ideas, we wouldn't have been here.
Fair enough.
We actually had, we were supposed to schedule 2 other podcasts, but we had to bump them. So this is why we're in the 11th hour, talking about some stuff that should make you laugh. That was so anticlimactic.
It should make you laugh.
That's a fucking dead silence.
Okay.
Dead silence.
I thought there was going to be another word.
Oh my God,
I was
okay.
waiting for it.
Okay.
The rapture is
This is the quiet shame. Yeah.
postponed.
You ever have to Google a question so dumb that you have to go into incognito mode to do it?
Oh,
You ever do
I
that?
only go into incognito mode to look at like,
Porn.
stuff I don't want Ryan
Porn?
to see. Yeah.
Who? Stuff you don't want Ryan to see? Or are you talking
Riley.
about? Oh, I thought you were like, my ego.
My alter ego Ryan. James Ryan Ostafy.
Buying extra items so it doesn't look like you only came in for one thing.
Oh,
I did that when I was younger. Now I don't give a shit because everything is so expensive.
I never. Here's the problem that I have, or here's the problem that my brain has. I go in, I grab the one thing I need, and then I find things I don't need.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I'm embarrassed that I only bought one thing, but because I was like, oh, a piece of candy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is something that is so true. Picking up something you dropped with your feet, even though it would be so much easier to
yeah.
get.
Oh my God. You know what the best part about
And
these
you
are?
fucking do it. You're like, God, just pick it up. But you're in it. You're in it too deep.
No, the best one is like when it's like a pencil or a pen or something small that you can pick up in between your toes. And then you try to get it like between your big toe and your Lincoln, and you're squeezing, and then you get a cramp in your whole foot.
Yeah.
That's the
It
worst.
is the worst. But you're like, I have to finish this.
Yeah, you're like,
already
my
committed.
foot is like paralyzed as I'm pulling this thing up, as opposed to 38 seconds earlier just bending down and picking
I
it
know,
up.
but it's so dumb because it truly is like, don't you dare fail us now.
Yeah.
Like, why would you go? We've already come this far.
Everyone's
so like,
looking at you.
absolutely not.
Everyone's
No one
staring.
is. And like, no one,
Everyone's staring.
just you and your ego.
It's like eating that long piece of French fry.
Everyone. Yeah, you're right.
When do you commit to it, or you just bite halfway? If you bite it halfway, you do risk the chance of getting ketchup on your shirt.
Yes, that's very true.
So what do? I know what you do.
I put the whole thing
The
in my
whole
mouth.
damn thing.
It's so awkward.
And you shake your face just to get around it.
Well, it's weird because it's not like it's not even the longest ones. It's that like one that's too long.
Just too long.
Like it could be eaten in
If
two.
it was way too long, you would have known, and you would have gone half
Right.
dip first.
Yeah. But this is like the one it's not short, but it's not super, like you absolutely could eat it in one bite. It would just be like a little bit awkward. Or you can take 2 bites, but it's like, is this really a 2-biter? Do I really need to take 2 bites for this French fry? Just in case.
The whole time you were talking,
Yeah.
I changed the word French fry to dick. The whole time you were talking, that's all I kept thinking about. Is it a 1-biter or is it a 2? It could be a 1, but it would be awkward.
Why'd your brain go there?
Why would it go anywhere else?
I think you're the only one that did that.
I guarantee you, every male who listened to this was like, I know where she's going with this.
Okay. When you don't hear what somebody said, you should have asked them to repeat themselves. So you just smile and hope you're supposed to be smiling, but then they tell you something like, I just got fired or my grandma died. And you're just like, yeah.
You know what's way worse?
Yeah.
You know what's way worse?
What?
Is when you say, sorry, I didn't hear you. And then they say it again
and then you didn't hear
them.
And
it's
then
like,
the third time
you're saying
is
to
like,
yourself, you can't
just,
say it again.
no, you're dumb.
That's when you're forced to like, oh, really?
Yep, absolutely.
And they're like, what? And I'm like, what? And they're
Yep.
like, you didn't hear me.
Right. I totally agree.
It's the worst.
It's so awkward.
It's like, it's like asking someone's name. I say, oh, I missed your name. Sorry. They say it again. The whole time they're saying it, you're like, I'm not going to remember you. And then you're like, oh, wait a second. I didn't actually hear what they said. Now you don't remember their name because you didn't hear it 2 times in a row.
Okay, these are so true. What do we do when we're bored at home? We open the fridge and just like stare at it. Like whether you take out anything. And this was, I remember doing this in high school. I remember coming home from high school, falling asleep after Passions, opening up and being like, oh, what do I want?
Passions. Oh, that's a
Little Timmy.
Good Tammy and Tabitha.
Tammy.
And
Timmy died?
Teresita.
Teresita.
And what was her brother's name? Miguel?
Miguel.
And
Teresita.
Luis.
And Luis and Sheridan.
Sheridan Crane.
And Fox Crane.
He's a good looking guy.
Yeah, he was on This Is Us.
He was. He was also the Green Arrow in Smallville. True story.
I didn't know that.
Great show.
Okay.
Tom Welland, I think is his name. Great show.
You ever walked in the wrong direction? You had to turn around 180 degrees, but you wanted to look casual doing it. So you took out your phone and pretended you were talking to somebody. 1,000%. I read in like a meme the other day that
Like,
was
were you
like,
looking for like a signal? Like you turn around
no,
looking
like
for a signal?
say you're looking at directions, right? And you notice that you're at the complete wrong way. So you just don't want to turn around because you look like an idiot. You're obviously following directions. So you like pick up your phone and where'd you say you are? I can't see you. Like you like pretending you're talking to someone.
Yeah.
I've done that so many
You know
times.
what? You want to hear something stupid that
Yeah.
I did on a GPS for the
Sure.
longest time? For some reason on my phone, my GPS was not working on Google, right? It would give me the right directions, but the times were all like super wonky. I'm like,
Oh,
it's
yeah. I remember
not going
when
to
it was
take me
like that.
23 hours to get there,
Yeah.
right? And so anyways, I'm talking to my dad. He's like, well, what time are you going to be here? I'm like, honestly, Dad, I think it's like 45 minutes. I don't know. There's something wrong with my Google. And he's like, what's wrong with Google? So I try to tell him. He's like, that's weird. So I'm complaining to a couple of people about my Google. And I complained to one guy. His name's Eric. And he said, well, are you in like car mode or walking mode? I'm like, what do you mean? I was in walking mode the whole time.
I was literally about to make that joke, but I didn't think you would be that
The whole time
silly.
I'm like, why would it take me 23 hours to get there? Oh, shit. If I had to walk to Toronto, I guess it would.
Yes, I absolutely, I get that. I don't know. I didn't know that that's what you were going to say, though, to be completely honest. I was going to make the joke like, oh, do you want to drive, walk, or crawl in a river? Like, why would it take you so long?
I'll choose crawling the river, sir. Why would that be an option?
Because it would take, I don't know. I was like, what would give you that long of a distance? Like something that would take so long.
If you're planning on being a Navy SEAL,
Okay.
choose option C.
We tilt our game controllers in racing games to steer our car away from a crash. You don't do that?
I don't think I've ever done that.
That's a complete lie.
No, I'm calm, cool, and collected with the
No, you
with
are
the joystick.
1,000% not.
I think I am.
No.
Okay.
Okay, everyone likes stopping the microwave with only 1 second left to avoid that beep sound and to feel like a badass bomb diffuser.
Obviously.
Clearly.
I just saw on Instagram that there's a calculation you could put on your microwave to stop the beep.
Oh.
It's like 5550 or something like that, and it stops the beat.
Oh, I didn't know that. I want to go back to the other one really quickly. I saw this meme and it was like, I think she was like, it was a tweet. She's like, me standing at the airport, putting my arm up. A taxi guy, Uber thinks I'm calling for a cab, but I'm not. But then I felt really awkward. So I got in and hello from Dubai. I'm like, that's me. It would just escalate. Like, I would just be like, and then a taxi pulls up and I'd be like, oh, fuck. Like, I wasn't calling a taxi. So I would get in. He'd be like, where to? And I'd be like, oh, I don't know. Terminal 3, sir. And then, like, end up in a different country.
I have no clue what's happening right now.
Are you serious?
No clue.
Oh, my God. Like,
I didn't follow that story at all. Hey, but speaking of memes, do you remember that meme? Do you remember that meme that went super viral? And I can't remember a single one of them, but I know you will.
What?
It was the girl with the flip-flops. It's like a picture of her at Christmas.
Yeah, Irma Gerd.
Irma Gerd, yeah.
Irma Gerd, Justin Berber.
Yeah.
The Irma Gerd girl.
Irma Gerd.
And like that was everywhere. You could just read anything like
anything.
that. Yeah.
Oh my God, I want to find me an Irma Gerd.
Oh my God, they're Irma Gerd, they're everywhere.
Irma Gerd.
Okay, this is so for you. Sometimes we just can't resist the urge to tell that story we know no one will care about.
What?
Sometimes I'm like you will tell a story and then you realize that no one's listening and then you're like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Like this is a good
No,
story.
you're like, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
Yeah, 100%. Yes, that's the Irma Gerd girl. Irma Gerd. Hurry, Purder. Are you just going through those now? Well, they can't see them, so maybe that's not the best
Oh my God.
idea.
Irma Gerd, mermans. Get the big hair.
That's not even a funny one.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know what they are. These are funny for me. Irma Gerd.
Do you still check behind your shower curtain?
We don't have a shower curtain.
Yes, we do. In the spare room. Like if you're in there.
I don't shower in there.
Okay. If you had to shower where there's a shower curtain, do you still check behind it?
Oh, true story. If I ever go to someone's house and their shower's
to go
curtain's
pee,
closed,
you always check it?
I open it.
I think that's something that we should add to this list because I'm sure
Of
everyone
what?
else, like things people do that are like true and funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I think everyone probably does that.
For sure.
I agree.
Why wouldn't they? That's terrifying. I don't know anybody who leaves their shower curtain closed unless they... Actually, I think everyone does. They're trying to hide their shower stuff. But when I go to their house, we
close ours too. Oh, good to know.
Yeah, I'm going in there.
I think this is probably just a girl thing, and it's kind of sad. While driving alone, you constantly check to make sure someone or something isn't in the back seat. I do that all the time. I do that mostly before I get into the car.
I can honestly say I don't think I've ever thought about that.
That's not funny. It's kind of just true. Yeah, well, why I don't... Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, men don't think about those things.
No.
Which is like... It just sounds way less exhausting. Okay, I think we talked about this one before, but like...
Action hero men think about those things all the time. Right? Think about it. Right? If you're an action hero...
Yeah, for sure.
If you're an
like,
action
you know who
hero,
probably thinks about that? Superman. No. I fucking know that guy's thinking about it.
Probably Batman, not
probably
Superman.
Batman.
Like, I don't think Superman's worried about being choked.
Superman could probably just like see through the car. Doesn't he have X-ray vision?
That and he would see the person standing there. Like, I can see you. I'm Superman.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. He's got X-ray vision, right?
He's very rarely is he distracted.
Okay, get lost while driving. Better turn down the volume.
Oh my goodness! Of course,
1,000%. Or
like,
if I
not
can't
even turn
sing,
it down. Turn it to 0.
Oh my God, this one is so true. Holding your breath while watching an underwater scene in a movie to see if you would survive. I can confidently tell you, I would fucking kick it like in 2 seconds.
You want to hear something really creepy?
Absolutely 2 seconds. I try to hold my breath and then I would die. Like, it's wild to me because I used to lifeguard and we needed to do those tests. Like, we had to hold our breath for like quite some time. And I had no problem. I feel like I just got older and my lungs were like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah, like they're like, we're absolutely not holding this much air. Honestly, are you listening to any story that I'm telling you this night? Like, what was the story I just told you? You have no idea.
You needing to be a lifeguard and having to pass your tests and being able to stay underwater for like no problem. And now in like 2 seconds, man. Like
Okay,
2 seconds.
fine.
Maybe I'm just
What were
getting
you-
old.
what were
Maybe I
you-
just have old lungs.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, wait a second. Was I not listening?
Yeah, you're good. Do you know what was the original thing that everyone does?
What?
Oh, why was I talking about that story?
Holding your breath?
Yeah.
Because whenever there's a movie scene and the
Can
person's
you imagine
underwater.
if I was just like, poured my wine all over you?
No, but I was
Shut
gonna
up.
say this is what was sad. When I was a kid, my sisters tormented me. That's not funny. It wasn't fun.
That's the story. Okay, sorry.
Anyways, they tormented me and they told me that whenever we were driving past a cemetery, I had to hold my breath. And if I didn't hold my breath, then the people in the cemetery would try to
Yes.
take my soul.
My brother and I did that.
So there's in Cambridge, there
Forgot about
is a
that.
cemetery that you have to turn
Wraps around.
You have to turn to get to the next street.
Yeah.
So it's full length cemetery times 2.
Yes.
And I used to be so afraid of my parents driving on that road because I thought I'm not going to make it.
Did you?
Sad.
No, but did you? Like
I never.
Pass out?
I always made it.
Did
I
you
always
pass
made
out?
it. Never once. No.
What's wrong?
Did your
with
face
Ryan?
go all purple? And did they ever have to rush you to the hospital? And wow, you went really dark there.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh my god. When you're going to withdraw cash from the ATM and suspect the person standing behind you is spying on you and like wants to take your money. Do you ever do that?
Again,
I guess when was the last time I walked up to an ATM
not the
machine?
thing. Oh,
Right? Like really?
so do we talk about Cooper and the Bloody Mary?
No, what about it?
I never told that story.
No,
Have I told that story on this platform?
I don't know. He has been recently like into that because
So,
Riley's been telling him.
there's a story. There's this huggy wuggy thing that the kids are talking
Yes.
about. And Cooper came downstairs and he was all scared because he's like, I couldn't find you, Dad. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what are you scared about? He's like, Huggy Wuggy. And I'm like, what the hell's Huggy Wuggy, right? And Huggy Wuggy is this bear. Huggy Wuggy had no hair. And what he does is he gives you a hug and he doesn't let go of you until you die.
Right. That's terrifying.
And so he's terrified of this thing. And I said, oh, Cooper, don't worry about that. I'm like, every generation has their things. I said, Riley was Slender Man. And then he's like, and I was Bloody Mary. And he says, what's Bloody Mary? And I said, oh, Bloody Mary is a story.
Let me just scare the shit out of you
I'm like,
real
Bloody
quick.
Mary is a story. Like you go into the
Oh my
bathroom,
God, I
you close the
honestly-
door, you turn your light off, you stare in the
I
mirror.
can't believe you fucking told him
and you
this.
say Bloody Mary 3 times back to back to back.
He's 4.
And then he says, well, what happens? And I'm like, then she comes and kills you.
Ryan.
Yeah. Bad parenting.
Oh my God, babe.
Bad
that's
parenting.
So
But my
sad.
point was, he looked terrified. And I said, no, Coop, like you don't get the story.
Obviously.
I'm like, Cooper, you're not understanding the story. The story is that didn't happen. I said, they told us that would happen to scare us. And then they don't tell that story anymore because enough people did it and realized it didn't happen. So then it had to be a different story. And then they proved it wasn't that story. I said, and in a couple of years, Cooper, you'll know that Huggy Wuggy's not a thing either. So don't worry about it right now.
Is that the story?
That was the moral of the story. What I didn't realize is that I was going to scar him.
And I bet you he stopped listening after you told him what it is. Like, even though you're like, but don't worry, it's blah, blah, blah. He was probably like still so hyper focused on the
I don't
fact
know.
that someone's going to steal him through the friggin' mirror.
I don't know. I didn't say steal. I said kill.
Hold on. If you're going to say I did something bad, let's get the facts straight.
He ain't stealing from you, sweetheart. He's murdering you.
Oh my God,
Don't
he's
get it
so
wrong, son. It's way worse than you
traumatized.
think. I got to end this podcast. I don't know where it went. Are we good?
Yeah, I think everyone's like, you should go
Yeah,
to bed.
go to bed, guys.
Have a good week,
Oh,
guys.
peace out, A-Town.
There goes a sight from my soul.